Hi everyone, welcome to Qlick Sports. My name is Shalom Habu. I hope you all had a great weekend. Without any further ado, let us jump into our stories for the week. In football weekend review, in the EPL, we saw a few great games. It was a great weekend in the EPL, but you understand there were a few notable games. Starting with Chelsea, I think Chelsea did very well against Wolves. Defeated Wolves by 3-0. You understand? It was a great game. We saw the Chelsea fans applaud Diego Costa and give him a send-up that they never got the chance to. You understand? But focusing on Chelsea now, it was a great win for Graham Potter's men. You understand? It was good to see them finally implement a back four system. You understand? For a while now they've been playing this 3-4-3, two-man midfield, three-man defense, but finally they were able to go to a two-man centre half, two centre backs and three in midfield to give the team more control, which is in line with what Graham Potter is trying to achieve, you understand? Because the style of football that he plays, that possession style of football, dominating style of football, is more well suited to a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1, more or less than using the three-man defense. So it was good to see Chelsea, you understand, gradually taking gradual steps to where they want to be. You understand? Amando Broha came on, got a goal, good one for him, good for his confidence. I hope he kicks on and kicks into gear. Yes, in another game, we saw Man City defeat Southampton by 4-0. Wow, where does it end for Man City? They just keep going and going, non-stop. And what can you do with a team with Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden? You understand? Riyad Mahrez got a goal. You understand? Haaland scores again. You understand? Big surprise. It's not a surprise to anyone. Haaland is scoring at this point. You understand? An interesting fact to note is that at 22 years old, Haaland has scored 173 goals. At the same age, Lionel Messi had 45 goals, and at the same age, Cristiano Ronaldo had 50 goals. So that should tell you what Man City have on their hands here. And you understand, if things keep going on like this, I've said it and I'll keep saying it again, there is no stopping Man City. I'm sorry, Arsenal, but you understand, Man City and Haaland are well. Yeah. In the other game, we saw Tottenham get a boring 1-0 draw against Brighton. Well, what can you say? It's not a surprise with Tottenham. That's how they play, you understand? Well, but I mean, the most important thing is the 3 points. Whether you win by 3-0 or you win by 1 goal, whatever. The most important thing is to get the 3 points. And one thing that we know about Antonio Conte, Antonio Conte gets the job done, and his men did that. Harry Kane got the goal, you understand? Tottenham are keeping up the pace with Arsenal and Man City in the top. They're third, so it's good. Solid win for Conte, solid win. So you understand, let's hope they keep it up. In the Everton versus Manchester United game, we saw a 2-1 win for Manchester United. You understand, this was a great win for Ten Hag's men. You understand, it was great to see Casemiro starting finally. And Anthony scored again. Anthony became the first player in Manchester United's history to score in his first 3 games. You understand, he has 3 goals already, and he's proving, those that doubted his price tag, whether he deserved to be bought at that price. He's gradually proving that yes, he is the man, and he's actually worth 100 million euros. So good for Manchester United. It was good to see Ronaldo come up from the bench, get a goal. Good for him. You don't want an unhappy Ronaldo in your team, and for him to get that goal, coming off the bench, getting the goal, it's good for him. Buys Manchester United more time with Ronaldo, so at least they can keep him and he can come in on to contribute for them. So yeah, all the best to United. And in the big game of the weekend, we saw Arsenal defeat Liverpool by 3-2. Wow, what a win for Mikel Arteta and his boys. Martinelli had a great game. He ran the show. Scored the first goal in 58 seconds, assisted the second for Saka, and he was voted rightly the man of the match. Even Jurgen Klopp was waxing lyrical about Martinelli before the game, and I think Martinelli heard what Jurgen Klopp was saying and actually took it to heart and actually showed, that he is actually as good as people think he is. And what can you say about Bukayo Saka? Scored 2 goals. Well, those people who want to keep putting him down, saying, oh, he doesn't deserve the plaudits he gets, he's not world class, he's not that great a player, he doesn't deserve to be voted as England's player of the year. Well, what do you have to say now? This guy literally, the winning goal was a penalty. When Arsenal got the penalty, Odegaard was there trying to take the penalty. Somebody else came, they were discussing among themselves. But Saka said, he just went there and was like a man. He went there and was like, you know what, give me the ball. He took the ball from them, put it on the spot, and finished it like a boss. You would not believe that this is the same kid who missed the penalty in the Euros final. And ever since then, I think he has made up his mind that, you understand, any penalty he gets, you understand, he's going to bury it. And that shows a lot of character. It shows a lot of character, shows a lot of maturity in this young Arsenal squad. They may not be as young as we think they are. These guys are actually more mature than their age. And from the way they're performing, well, what can you say? So yeah, all the best to Arsenal, and let's hope that they can maintain this, they can be consistent, and yeah, they get what they deserve. In La Liga, well, what can I say? It was a boring weekend. You understand, especially for the top two, Madrid and Barca. They both won, which was good to see. They got 3 points again, but well, 1-1 victories wasn't the kind of performance or the kind of scoreline you expect from a Madrid or a Barcelona. But they got the job done, which is the most important thing. We saw Barca defeat Celta Vigo by 1-0 with a goal from Pedri. Wow. In my view, Pedri, you understand, in this new generation of players, I think in terms of midfield, he is the guy. He is the best midfielder of this new generation. The Haaland, the Mbappes, you understand, the Gavis and Musiala. In this generation, he is number one in terms of being he will probably be number one midfielder. And yeah, he got a goal, won the game for Barcelona. So yeah, good for them. And Barcelona are top now, albeit I think by goal difference. You understand, but yeah, it's great for Barcelona. As for Madrid, they defeated Getafe by 1-0 with a goal from Eder Militao. Well, great win for Real Madrid. You understand, they are joint top with Barcelona as things stand. So yeah, let's hope that they keep things going. You understand, and yeah, may the best team win the league in the end. As for Atletico Madrid, they were able to grab a 2-1 victory over Girona with a brace from Angel Correa. Great win for Diego Simeone's men. Great game for Angel Correa. I hope that you understand that he can maintain this form, because the World Cup is around the corner. You understand? I don't know whether he's in the Argentina squad yet. Maybe whether he's a shoo-in for the Argentina squad as of now. But with a performance like this, and hopefully he keeps it going, yeah, of course he can make it into the Argentina squad and, you understand, help Messi win the World Cup. So I mean, great for Angel Correa, great for Diego Simeone, great win for Atletico Madrid. In Serie A, we saw AC Milan defeat Juventus by 2-0. Well, things just keep getting better for Milan and things keep getting worse for Juventus. Wow, 2-0. Great win. We saw Brahim Diaz, you understand, he's been out for a while, came in and got a great goal. You understand, a solo goal, you understand, brilliant. And who was the second scorer again? Yeah, Fikayo Tomori got the goal. Yeah, so I mean, that was great. It's great to see Milan. You understand, the young squad also. You understand, and yeah, they keep pushing. You know, Rafael Leao, world-class players. You understand, all over the pitch. So yeah, great win for Milan. As for Juventus, well, Massimo Allegri's time, for me, man, at this point in time, man, it's looking like as the days go by, he's gradually moving towards the sack door. He's gradually moving towards the exit door. And well, I don't know. Could it be that the players are too old? I don't know. Could it be that he's out of ideas? Could it be that he's not motivating the players well? I don't know. You know, this is why a manager is paid to do his job. You understand? He's a great manager. You understand? He has achieved a lot of success, but just like you see with your club, you understand, the tide rises and the tide falls. You understand? And usually when the tide falls, that is when you need to take a step back and actually figure out what the problem with the squad is. What could be wrong? Does Pogba need to come back? Whatever it is, you understand, Allegri needs to find solutions to this problem. Otherwise, Juventus will keep sinking. And well, all the best to Juventus, all the best to them. As for Inter Milan, they were able to beat Sassuolo by 2-1. Great win for Inter Milan, you understand. Great win for them. Understand? What can I say? You know, Inter Milan are in there in the shout for the title. So you understand, it's not a surprise to see that they keep winning, and let's hope that they can maintain the form for their sake, for their fans, and they can get something to give them a shout at the end of the season. In the top 4 battle, we saw Udinese play a 2-2 draw with Atalanta. Wow, what a game this was. From 2 great sides, 2 attacking teams, you understand? Well, Atalanta have been in the top 4 in the last few years. Udinese are sort of like newcomers to the top of the table battle. You understand, that dynamic? They are newcomers. You understand, the way they're performing this season, nobody expected them to be performing that way this season, to even be in the top 4 after 10 games in Serie A. So it's great to see. You understand, it's great to see not just the big boys, the big names giving us great spectacles, but you understand, the ones that people don't know too well like that, people don't too focus too well, they're also giving us great spectacles. So it makes the league exciting, makes the league fun. And this is great for Serie A, you understand. A few years back, nobody was watching the Serie A, but right now, aside from the Premier League, I'll say Serie A is probably the most competitive league. You have, last season you had 4 teams vying for the title. This season, the same 4 teams are in there, and we have 1 more, which we need. So you understand, the Serie A is serving us some great spectacles and great game. And for Nigeria, it was great to see what's his name, Ademola Lookman, get on the score sheet. So great win, guys, great win. Napoli were able to demolish Cremonese by 4-1. Well, there is no stopping Napoli at this point. There is no stopping Napoli. They just keep scoring and scoring. It's not as if they're just winning, but they are scoring goals. Even with the absence of Victor Osimhen, Napoli are scoring goals. You understand? And now I'm starting to believe. Last season they were of the opinion that, oh, you understand, they lost Victor Osimhen in January, and that prevented them from being able to win the league. Well, you understand, they're proving those that doubted them. They're proving them wrong with the consistent levels at which they're performing. You understand, the goals they're scoring, and if they keep going like this, even without Osimhen winning the way they're doing, man, I think they are probably favorites for the title from the way things are standing. And then in the last game, we saw AS Roma, Jose Mourinho's Roma, defeat Lecce by 2-1. So as things stand in Serie A, Napoli sit top with 23 points. Atalanta sits second, 21 points. Udinese 20 points, and AC Milan with 20 points. So all the best to them. In the Bundesliga, we saw a 2-2 draw between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. You understand? A great game again. You understand? These guys always serve as a spectacle whenever they meet. You understand? And we saw another one again today. We saw the youngster Yusuf Moukoko grab a goal, which was big for him, big for his confidence. You understand? Modeste was able to grab a goal. He was busy. He did a lot of hard work for Dortmund and was able to get, you understand, the final equalizer that helped, you understand, Dortmund rescue a point in this game. So it was a great game. Bayern Munich, great game as well. You understand, played well. You understand? So I mean, what can I say? You understand? The Bundesliga is doing well. They're doing well. Bayer Leverkusen defeated Schalke 04 by 4-0. Wow. Really, you understand, Xabi Alonso's new club is their new manager. In case you haven't heard, Xabi Alonso will be the next manager of Bayer Leverkusen, and this is a great start. I don't think it's taking over as of yet, but I mean, I still think that, you understand, sometimes, you know, when the new manager comes into a squad, you understand, when there's a change, they were struggling, they sacked their manager. Now 4-0 win. Maybe Xabi Alonso's coming in might just have given them a lift, and it's good to see that, yes, the lift resulted in a 4-goal win. So great game. So as things stands in the Bundesliga right now, Union Berlin, wow, sit top with 20 points. Freiburg 18 points, Bayern Munich 16 points, and Dortmund 16 points. In France, we saw Reims draw 0-0 with PSG. Wow, I personally took special attention to this game, you understand, because, you know, I'm an Arsenal fan and one of our youngsters is on loan at Reims, and right now I think he has 6 goals in the French Ligue 1, you understand, so he's among the top scorers. So you understand, I kept a keen eye on this game, and he really played well. PSG played well, but you understand, it was a hard-fought draw. So it's great to see, you understand, PSG keeping up the pace, you understand, staying at the top. Let's hope that they keep it up. As for Reims, you understand, a small team, not many people are expecting to do big things, but they're proving doubters wrong, and you understand, they're doing well. So it was great to see. Good performance. You understand, I want to wish Folarin Balogun all the best. You understand, keep the performances going. You understand, and yeah, all the best to you in your career, my friend. As for PSG, they remain on top with 26 points from 10 games. In second position, you have Lorient. And in third position, you have Marseille. What can I say about Marseille? Marseille are also doing well. You understand, great squad, likes of Guendouzi, Alexis Sanchez. So yeah, they're in with a shout for the Champions League. So all the best. That's it for football. In combat sports, the headlines are, understand, we are downhill. According to Justin Gaethje, You understand? Speaking to Kamaru Usman, he says, we are downhill, we are on the downhill of our careers. There's no doubt about that. So Justin Gaethje basically is warning Kamaru Usman that basically he's no longer at his best, but he also went on to say that he expects the Nigerian Nightmare to defeat Leon Edwards as part of the trilogy when they finally get to rematch next year. You understand? He believes that although Kamaru Usman might be getting older and he might be on the decline, he's still good enough to get a victory and reclaim his belt back from the Englishman Leon Edwards. So let's see how it goes. You know, Justin Gaethje is not a nobody in the world of MMA. He knows what he's talking about. He's a fighter himself. You understand? Same manager as Kamaru Usman. So they're very close. They work together. So he probably knows what he's talking about. As for me, you understand, being a Nigerian, being a big fan of Kamaru Usman, I don't like to hear that, but that is what it is. You understand? Sometimes you get to a point and maybe you start to decline. But I believe Kamaru Usman is a hard worker. He's a hard worker. I think he has a strong mind. You understand? He's a genius. You understand? And yeah, he will be back. He will bounce back. And all the best. The UFC star Israel Adesanya is warned John Jones would kill him if the two fighters were to face off, according to Henry Cejudo, Triple Champ. Well, what do I have to say in regards to this, man? People should give Israel Adesanya a break, man. You understand? I think, well, John Jones is probably the GOAT, the greatest of all time in MMA for a reason. You understand? And yeah, it makes sense to see how he can. You understand? If you see that he probably beats Israel Adesanya, it makes sense. He fights at a much heavier weight class. He's bigger. You understand? Probably have the same dimensions. Easily tends to struggle against people that are as big as him, taller as him, and also heavier than him. So you understand? And his only loss in the UFC came against someone that was much bigger than him. You understand? Somebody who fights in the same division as, you understand, as John Jones. So yes, it makes sense. But me personally, I think Israel Adesanya is too good to be killed by John Jones if they actually fought. Israel Adesanya is too good. If you cast your mind back to all the fights that John Jones had, out of all the fights we saw in his undefeated career, the closest he came to losing was against somebody who fights in a similar style to Israel Adesanya, Alexander Gustafsson. You understand? A top-notch striker. So you can't see John Jones struggle against a top-notch striker and then you now come out and then, you understand, talk down on Israel Adesanya that he will be killed. Israel Adesanya is a champion, for crying out loud. He's a middleweight champion, he was a kickboxing champion. This guy is a generational talent. You don't just kill people like that. If they fought, I think, well, if you put Israel Adesanya in his peak, John Jones in his peak, I think John Jones wins just by a very small margin. He wins, but then again, John Jones is old. He's no longer at his peak. So he's slowed down. If he came down to weight and they met right now, it will be a much more closer fight. He might still win because he's John Jones, you understand? But I don't think it will be a killing of Israel Adesanya. So, well, I also understand that, yeah, it's easy, you understand? But, well, let's leave that for now. But, yeah, well, all the best to Israel Adesanya and Cejudo. All the best to you too. Well, yeah, finally, no one even comes close. Conor McGregor is the GOAT of MMA after blowing up the sport and taking it to another level. These are the words of Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. So according to Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, he believes Conor McGregor is the greatest of all time in the MMA. Well, what do I have to say about this? Yes and no. I do agree that he might be the GOAT in some way, but I also don't agree that he is the GOAT because there are different standards to measuring this. What am I trying to say? Yes, he might be the GOAT. You understand? Before Conor McGregor, how many people actually watched MMA? How many people actually cared about MMA? Not many people. Most people were mostly focused on boxing. Boxing. All these MMA guys, no one ever knew them. You understand? And then comes Conor McGregor. Comes in like Muhammad Ali. He's loud, he's brash, you understand? He speaks well, you understand? He's confident, you understand? And all of a sudden, people are like, who is this guy? You understand? Why is this guy like this? Some people like him, some don't like him. And whether they like you or they don't like you, it's all attention. They're going to want to see you win. Some want to see you win, some want to see you lose. And he was able to attract fans, people who never knew or even care about the sport. Some people even thought the sport was barbaric, but he brought a whole set of eyes to the sport. And as a result, a lot of fighters benefited from that. So yes, you can say that yes, Conor McGregor did a lot in moving the sport forward. But now, in terms of being the greatest of all time, you understand, that standard is dictated by what goes on in the octagon, in the cage, in the ring. And fighters have to come and fight and prove themselves. Now, it's been almost 3 years, or is it 4 years now, since Conor McGregor last fought. So what can I say? He's not been consistent. He's not fought enough fights to be given the tag as the greatest. I mean, John Jones has over 17 fights in the UFC and he's undefeated. Never lost. Conor McGregor has lost and he's not fought as many fights. And he's not been consistent. He comes in, he goes. So you can't say he's better fighter than the likes of John Jones, the likes of Khabib. He lost to Khabib for that matter. You understand? You can't. But in terms of building the sport and making it a much bigger sport, I give it to Conor McGregor. So, I mean, that is it. All the best to all the UFC fighters in the world and MMA guys. You understand? Keep doing what you do. And Conor McGregor, keep doing what you do. You are the man at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you very much guys for staying tuned. Really appreciate it. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. It brings more eyes to it and you understand, it helps us grow. Thank you very much and have a blessed week. See you next week.